snip, snip. Like, what you mean? What's good, sis? Welcome back to my channel. It's your good sis Curly Chris, and in today's video we are going to be doing a hair chit chat because I just feel like y'all know as of lately I have not been really heavily talking about or doing hair topics on my channel, and you guys know that majority of my content used to be hair content, but as of lately it's just been a variety of beauty content, lifestyle content, which I am so grateful for each and every one of you because y'all have been supporting the crap out of my lifestyle content. Chef's kiss, I love you guys for that so much. But I was like, you know what, let's take a trip down memory lane a little bit and let's give the girls some hair content, which I know you guys love. So today's video is going to be a chit chat where I'm going to be answering a lot of the questions and topics that you guys left for me on my Instagram in regards to natural hair. If you are new to your girl's channel, make sure to go ahead and subscribe. We'd love to have you over here. We do beauty, lifestyle, vlogs, black girl luxury, natural hair, the whole nine. So if you like that, you will love this. So as y'all can see, I clearly still have my wig on, which I am in the season of protective styling and not having to touch my hair, which we're also going to get into that a little bit in today's video. So let's go ahead and hop right on into it. And we're also going to be doing my actual everyday makeup look in today's video. And it's very, very simple, but I just feel like talking to the camera only can become a little bit boring. I like to do something that entertains you guys as well. So on my Instagram, y'all, one of the main topics or questions that I got in my DMs was about hair growth. A lot of people were talking about hair thinning, hair balding. What products can I use to get my hairline back? What did you do for your hair growth? How to deal with split ends during the cold weather? How do I just grow my hair overall? And of course, my advice to that is always to have a good hair routine. Deep conditioning, shampooing your hair. One thing that I realized, y'all, okay, I'm gonna just say this, is that I realized I was wrong when I was like preaching so heavily about co-washing. Not saying that co-washing is bad for your hair. There's nothing wrong with co-washing, but shampooing your hair is essential for hair growth, just so your scalp can be clean, because clean hair does promote hair growth. But with co-washing, I would recommend co-washing like in between your washes. Instead of saying co-wash and alternating that with shampooing every other week, I would instead recommend to shampoo on a weekly basis and the co-wash in between, in case you do need your hair, you know, in case you are someone who needs to do like a little quick wash in between. I personally don't co-wash my hair anymore, actually, which is crazy because I used to heavily co-wash and my hair was still growing back then. Don't get it twisted. My curls are most definitely still thriving. My hair was still growing back then when I was co-washing, but I can for sure see like more hair growth now that I typically only shampoo my hair. So I would say shampooing your hair on a weekly basis or on a regular routine, deep conditioning, adding a protein deep conditioner in there every now and again, doing your hot oil treatments if you feel like your hair needs it, and also making sure that your scalp is not dry. You don't want to overly stimulate your scalp, but you also don't want dry scalp whatsoever. And one product that I have been using, or that I recommend to use, is the Hadassah Sublime Botanicals Growth Stimulator. You guys know I did mention this product on my page a few weeks back, and I wanted to mention it again because it is a really good oil so that you can use for hot oil treatments. You can add to your deep conditioners, you can add to your scalp. They have such good like before and after results on their page. And even for the thinning of the edges, yeah, a lot of people have seen amazing results after using this product. And you guys also know I kind of had a lot of hair loss when I took that wig out last time, which I'm praying it don't happen again with this one. So I do also like to use this on my edges, on my scalp, and it's really more of a thicker type of oil. So that's also why I appreciate this one, because it's not like, when I say thicker, it's not like super thick, but it's also not too thin. And I feel like for my hair texture and a lot of the people whose texture, like who watch me, we have like a thicker, high density hair. So I do feel like our hair needs a little bit of extra stimulation, especially our scalp. So this is when it's perfect to use this. And you guys also know, that your good sis I'm an advocate for adding oil to your hair. I know a lot of people say like no oils, don't do oils, like your hair does not need oils. I get it, that's your prerogative, that's your opinion, but for me personally, I don't see a problem with adding the oil to your hair, especially your strands. But also, I only style my hair once a week whenever I am wearing my natural hair. So I will apply my leave-in, my cream, then my oil to seal it in. And I still believe oil is a sealant. I know there's so many opinions about the purpose oil has in hair routines as of lately, but I am still an advocate for sealing my hair with oil and also adding shine. So this oil is amazing, like I said, for hot oil treatment, for scalp massages, adding it to your deep conditioner, adding it to your hair strands, adding it to your ends. Look, okay? And when it comes to split ends, because someone did mention about split ends, there's no way to remedy a split end, baby. Once that end has split, it's time for you to cut, okay? There's no certain technique or potion to get a split end to come back together. But one thing that you can do is work on your routine to prevent your hair from splitting. So adding moisturizing products, sealing it with an oil, all those things helps to strengthen the hair so that it won't split as often. And I also believe that will help with single strand knots. So the cool thing about Hadassah also is that it comes in 2 different sizes. So this is the size 2 ounces and this is the luxury 4 ounce size. And this one has a droplet type of applicator, whereas this one is a pump. So I want to, let me pump it out. Oh, I always forget to take the protector off, which is also good for traveling because it has a protector on it so it will not spill because you can't like push down on it. So, but yes, as you guys can see, the texture is not overly thick, super moisturizing, and it has bomb ingredients. Castor oil, olive oil, avocado oil, henna, amla, brahmi, yerba de tago, holy basil, holy basil, oh my gosh, holy basil, hibiscus, rice bran, fenugreek. So an amazing combination of oils and natural ingredients and biotin, which y'all know biotin helps with hair growth, okay? So that on top of everything that's included in these oils, listen, y'all need to get it. And I also have a code for you guys to use down below to save some money. And lastly, I also love to use this on my scalp underneath my wigs, girl, because you know it be itching. It be itching. But I like to go ahead and add a little oil on top, give myself a little scalp massage, and pop that wig back on, okay? So let's now hop into the everyday makeup routine as well as answering you guys' questions and topics. And let me get this oil off my hand. Now, when I tell y'all this is an everyday routine, baby, I mean it, okay? This is truly my 5, 6, 7 minute routine that I love. So let me first get my brows out of the way. You guys know I love to use the Anastasia Brow Freeze. I just like to use this in all of my routines because it really gets my brows like sleek. And it also helps to like comb away any flyaways I may have on my brow. I mean, not flyaways, child. It basically gets my brows in uniform. I brought y'all in a little bit so y'all can really see the details. So I'm just gonna go in and press this into my brow. Then I'm gonna go in again with the Anastasia Brow Pomade and just fill in my brows. This is the darker color, and I only filled in the outer parts of the brow so I can have like an ombre effect. Then I'll blend that on out. All right, now the star of the show, baby, is to set the brows, and that's using the Benefit Cosmetics 24-hour brow setter. Y'all, this makes the brows not move at all, and what I love is it doesn't make them look oily or sweaty, because sometimes my brows can look a little oily and sweaty, and I'd be like, not over here. All right, then lastly, I'm going in with my MAC Cosmetics concealer, and I'm just going to be outlining my brows. And y'all, I can't do too much talking while I do my brows, which is why I'm not answering or addressing no topics, because child, I have to focus, okay? One tip that's important when outlining the brows is to outline from here on down. I don't like to outline the front part of my brows when I do my everyday routine because I like for that little spiky look to be emphasized. And then of course, I just put a little bit of concealer in the middle. So a question that someone asked me was how to reduce single strand knots with a wash and go. So one thing that I feel like helps reduce single strand knots is diffusing your hair versus air drying. And I know that it kind of like when it comes to the thicker hair girls like myself, diffusing it just wasn't really an option. Like when I was wearing my wash and goes and my twist outs, diffusing my hair was for like people with a different kind of hair texture, if you feel me. Like the whole flipping over your hair, plopping, like, you know, that just wasn't really seen in thicker hair girls whatsoever. So I kind of feel like thicker hair girls feel like diffusing just is not made for them, when honestly, y'all, it actually does work pretty well on our hair. One thing that I would recommend is to diffuse for a wash and go for sure, way more than a twist out, because for a wash and go, you know, by diffusing your hair, you're able to, your hair is not just like wet all the time, so like you're able to more so control the outcome, in my opinion. And I feel like, are they swimming in that pool? Girl, it is 40 degrees outside. I know they are not swimming outside. I just feel like whenever you diffuse, you're able to more so control the outcome, and single strand knots come from your hair like tangling, really. So I kind of think like whenever your hair is in this wet state and when it's going to dry, more tangles can form. Whereas if you're able to use a diffuser, you're more so able to control and eliminate those single strand knots. I also feel like making sure you have a moisturized, healthy hair routine is also really good to prevent single strand knots. So I'm now gonna go in with my Too Faced concealer. This is in the shade Chestnut, and it's very important to notice where I put this concealer for my everyday routine. I literally only put it right here, and I also do not apply a primer to my face. I only have a SPF on, and I don't apply a primer because it's colder outside. And for me personally, whenever I'm doing this simple routine, a primer is not needed, girl. But nothing's wrong with it, okay? So now I'm gonna go in with my Sephora Pro Concealer 57 brush and just blend this out. So the next question someone said is, ever since COVID, my hair has been thinning. What can I use to thicken and strengthen it? I kind of feel like if you feel like the turning point where you notice a difference was COVID, hold on, let me turn off this product showcase, because I feel like if you notice that the turning point when you started to notice that was COVID, it may be due to depression or stress, because COVID isn't going to, like, the environment didn't change when COVID happened. We just weren't able to go outside. So I don't feel like that would cause your hair to thin or to not thicken anymore, or, you know, to be weaker. It more so sounds like you may be stressed. And y'all, being stressed can most definitely affect our outer appearance, from your face to your skincare, and including your hair. So I would more so check that and just see, like, have you been stressed out more? Which I do feel like COVID did stress a whole lot of us out. So that could be a reason. So with this concealer, I blend it out with my brush, and then I lightly apply it to my brows. And I mean, not my brow bone, no, my lid. I apply it to my lid because, as you can see, it basically like makes it look very smooth and even toned. So you can kind of compare like this side versus this side, right? So then I'm just gonna do the same thing over here and just lightly blend this on out. And when I tell y'all there's only like 2 more steps to this routine, and girl, we are done. Like, no, 3 more steps. And baby, I love how quick I'm able to do this and how it looks. So you can kind of see just how good that looks. Like, I look more awake, I look more alive. So someone said, I get a lot of fallout, not breakage, fallout on my wash days. Any recommendations? Now, y'all know I also recently experienced fallout, and from my experience, it happened when I had my hair in a protective style for an extended period of time, which is expected, right? But mine was kind of falling out in chunks, which was a little bit unexpected. So one thing I feel like helps is, for one, what are you detangling with when you're washing your hair? The process of detangling should go from shampooing to deep conditioning. And your deep conditioner, whenever you know your hair is tangled, you should use one that has so much slip it shocks you, okay? Like, when you put it on your hair, your face should be like, if your face ain't, you ain't using the right deep conditioner, okay? The one that I recommend is Dr. Miracle's. Y'all know how I feel about that one. Also, TGIN Honey Hair Mask. They have amazing slip. And also one thing that you could recommend, that you could do to prevent fallout, is using like a detangler before washing whenever you know that you are coming off of a protective style or your hair is extremely tangled. Pattern Beauty has an amazing detangler, and African Pride has an amazing pre-poo. Am I a pre-poo girl? Am I a pre-poo girl? I'm not, but I do see where y'all be coming from, okay? Now I'm gonna go in with my Makeup by Mario stick and literally just shoop, shoop. That's it. I don't apply it on my cheeks, none of that. That's it. And I go in with my hands and just blend it on out. And I just feel like it gives you like a little bit of a contour on your nose, just a little bit, not a lot, just a tad bit. But also for the fallout question, one thing that I would say is, what are you detangling with as far as a brush? You have to make sure that you have the right brush. A Denman brush is not your friend for detangling, okay? Look, get you a Felicia Leatherwood or something like that, and I promise you, the detangling process will be so much easier. And you'll see a whole lot less breakage and fallout. Now I'm gonna go in with my One Size powder. Y'all know how I feel about it. I'm only using the translucent color, and I'm gonna go back in with my concealer brush, and this time I'm literally just applying a little bit of powder right here. Like when I tell y'all a little bit, I mean the slightest amount of powder. Hardly none, really. And one thing I want to note is, when it comes to my everyday routine, my goal is to still have my glow, but just have a little bit more coverage on my face, like a little, to make it all even toned and to just like enhance my beauty but still have my glow. I don't want to look so like matted, you know what I'm saying? So about the split ends question, someone said how to deal with split ends during the cold weather. I know I mentioned about the oil, which is a great addition, but also one thing I feel like is protective styling your hair that doesn't include like braids, like, you know, that doesn't expose your hair whatsoever. So sometimes with box braids, our real hair is still being exposed, right? So more so something like a wig, or something like two flat twists that you tuck into each other in the back, like to where your ends aren't really exposed, so that way they're less succumb to any type of exposure, breakage, split ends, you know, stuff like that. So that's just one little quick tip that I would recommend. Oh yeah, and less manipulation hairstyles. So next is going to be blush, and I'm just going to be using this orange blush that is from Rare Beauty in the shade Joy. Y'all know this is my go-to blush. I am obsessed with it. It just, in my opinion, makes me look very, very good. I mean, I don't know what else to say. And I just apply a little bit of this, and I feel like it works perfectly for an everyday type of look. So someone asked me, do I plan on dyeing my hair or putting highlights in my hair again? So you guys know I did dye my hair when I first went natural, and baby, I really did love it. So I got the question of, am I going to do it again? And if you watch my last vlog, then you would know that I actually talked about that. And I think the answer is yes, y'all. Like, I really want to dye my hair. I want to dye my hair this color. I want it to be a burgundy color. Let me know in the comments. I know you guys already, you know, talked about it in my vlog, how you guys felt like I should dye it. Let me know in the comments if you haven't shared your thought yet, but I really do think I want to dye my hair. All right, so we're close to the end. Now I'm just going to take my eyeshadow brush, and I'm just going to apply this bronzer shade onto my lid, because I feel like whenever my lid doesn't have like any type of color to it, it just makes my skin look off. You see the difference in this eye versus this eye? Yeah. And then it's also going to make it not as shiny, and I think that does a heck of a job right there. Small improvements for a greater look overall. Now my last enhancement step is my mascara. I do not do false eyelashes typically. Whenever I'm doing an everyday look, I like to go for a mascara, and this is the Makeup Forever one. I like this one, y'all, because it's not thick, it's not clumpy. It literally is perfect for an everyday makeup look. So someone said, have I ever thought about trying micro links or tape-ins? Ooh, y'all, okay, I have. And the thing is though, like, I would want the micro links that match my hair texture, but I would also want to be able to straighten them, because, you know, I don't need, let's be honest, I don't need thicker hair. Okay, my hair is thick enough. I got that covered. So I don't need thicker hair that's my texture. But if I do want longer, like length, for whenever I have a straight style, like whenever I flat iron it, then I feel like it would be good. But my worry and my concern, baby, is the reverting. Like if I go to work out and my roots looking like who did it and why, and my ends looking like ta-da, like it ain't mixing, you know what I'm saying? Or if I sweat, I can't even sweat right on my scalp if I have micro leans, because girl, the roots gonna be telling the people that the ends ain't mine. So that's really just what I'm concerned with when it comes to micro links or tape ins. But I would love to get some straight ones that are kinky and that like match my hair texture. Oh, oh, I'm sorry, that was not focused. But I just know that would be so gorgeous, y'all. So if you have any recommendations or if you have done it yourself, let me know what your experience was and let me know what you recommend for us thick haired girls who want to try tape ins and micro links. Y'all know what else I really want? I really want to do sew-ins, but I just feel like the front of my hair, I don't want to continuously add heat to it, right? But then again, my little evil side of me be like,
girls, I already lose texture. Go ahead. I mean, can you really make it worse? Can you make it worse?
So, I don't know. Last thing I'm gonna do, real last thing, is just apply a little bit of bronzer to my face because I just want to warm it on up a little bit. And I'm gonna also take off this and apply bronzer up there as well. But can y'all just see how my makeup, like it's an everyday look, right? Like you kind of have to question yourself, like, is she wearing makeup? And if she is, what is it? Because I can't really tell. You know what I'm saying? Like this is what I call everyday look right here. Okay, I'm gonna just apply a tad bit on my forehead and that's my everyday look. Like, that's it. And to finish it all off, I use the Charlotte Tilbury spray. And this really just like keeps it in place all day. And then for my lip, I'm using my Innisfree Glaze number 8. I literally don't have anything else on my face besides, on my lips, besides this gloss. I don't always do a liner for my everyday look, so this is just beautiful for me. So this is the everyday makeup look. Let me know what you guys think about it in the comments below. And this is really an everyday type of routine, y'all. Like y'all saw, it literally only took me like 5 different products to achieve this. And you can even tell like if I really have on, like you can tell I have on makeup, but you can also tell that it's not many layers. So it's basically just a perfect everyday simple look that still makes your skin look glowy. You don't look too matte, you don't look too heavy, and I love this routine. So let me go ahead and answer some of y'all's questions because y'all actually did have some good ones. One of y'all said, can heat damaged hair be fixed or is it better to just cut it off? It ain't nothing to cut that hair off, baby. Snip, snip. Snip, snip. Like, what you mean? Can you fix it? Fix what? Baby, that hair is done. I will say I have seen some people recover their hair when it's heat damaged and their curls do pop by protein treatments, Afro G treatments. Go and see a professional. I will say I have seen it work on some people, like Christy Scott, she said that she had some wavy pieces and she went to her professional hairstylist and the lady actually revived her curls, seemed like. So I won't say it's impossible, but I don't know, like I've never seen someone like, or with my hair texture revive or come back from their heat damage. The only thing I could recommend if you are just so bent on trying to save it is to continue to do deep conditioning treatments. Other than that, I don't really see like how the hair could come back, and I would just recommend to cut it off. Let it go, girl. Let it go. So someone said, am I planning on straightening my hair again, or am I going to wait until it gets warmer outside? Well, I'm most definitely not waiting until it gets warmer. If anything, I'm doing it when it's cold. And I actually do want to straighten my hair again, y'all, and I'm going to. Like, I'm going to do it. I'm doing what I want to do with my hair, and I love that for me. Like, the freedom to do what you want to do with your hair, sis, is unmatched. I feel like we've lived in the shackles of only wearing natural hair for so long, and I just love for us that we're actually expressing ourselves through our hair and doing what we want to do. And for me, like, I've been doing wigs, braid styles, girl, all kind of stuff on this hair, you know what I'm saying? And I just love that, because sometimes we can feel stuck, right? So I am gonna be straightening my hair to answer the question, and I actually want to do it real soon. Oh, y'all, imagine if I straightened my natural hair and dyed it burgundy. Ooh, double whammy. That would be fire. But I would never do that because I am just so scared to do too much at one time with my hair. But I feel like that would look so good. But yes, I cannot wait to get my hair straightened. I'm probably going to fly back home to New Orleans, go to my same lady who I love, Michelle. And of course, I will take y'all with me and everything if I do that. The next question that I got asked was, how often do I get my ends trimmed? Y'all, I've been really bad at this. I've been really bad, but my advice is to trim as often as you see fit. I don't like the whole trim 3 times a year, trim every 4 months, keep it on a calendar. Like, no. Trim your hair when you see that you need a trim, sis, because there's no need to waiting until June to cut that piece of hair off if you see in March that you gotta split in. Cut that split in March so that hair can keep on growing and you can start to retain that length. Trim as soon as possible, or as much as needed. I know for sure when I get my hair straightened this time, I am going to be getting a good professional trim. All right, so someone asked me, is pre-pooing beneficial? Now, I really want to talk about this topic again, y'all, because I feel like when it comes to pre-pooing, I feel like the way that you guys pre-poo and the benefits that you see from it are very different from what I mean when I say I may pre-poo. Let me explain. I feel like when a lot of times people talk about pre-pooing, they're applying a product to their hair and they're letting that product sit on their hair, and they're doing it to get additional nutrients. And that's the part I don't agree with. I don't agree with applying a good expensive product to, I don't care if it's $5.99, it's expensive, because I just don't feel like it's necessary. I don't care if it's 99 cents. I just don't agree with putting a good product on dirty hair to allow it to sit and to get more moisture. I feel like you're just adding product on top of dirtiness, so how is it working? What I do agree with is applying a product that you need to detangle your hair before you put a shampoo, specifically a stripping shampoo on top, because I do feel like that will eliminate shedding. That's where I feel like I have the difference of opinion right there. If you're putting it on your hair so that the detangling process can be easier, I understand that. And when I say I understand that, I don't mean like I understand why you're doing it. Like, no, if you want to put that pre-poo on your hair and sit for a whole week, girl, do you. I'm just saying, for me, like, I will never do that because I just don't see the benefit. So I'm kind of just like coming to you from, like, you know, my own personal experience and my thoughts. Someone said, can we have an updated winter moisture routine? And what products am I loving right now? So many of y'all are asking me, what products am I loving right now? And I feel like that's so crazy. Like, have I really not given y'all any product information for my hair as of lately? I really haven't. When it comes to an updated winter wash or winter moisture routine, I want to do an updated twist out routine for you guys. And whenever I say updated, the technique is not gonna really be any different. It's just with the current state of my hair, the length of my hair, which, by the way, y'all, I think your girl's at waist length, okay? I cannot wait to straighten this hair and just see, okay? I do feel like I want to do an updated routine just to give you guys like an updated look for old time's sake, so we can see how I look with my twist out and if your girl still got it, okay? Now, as far as what products am I loving right now, oh my gosh. I feel like it's the same products, y'all. Like, my core products have not changed. For shampooing my hair, what am I using? I'm using Olaplex. That has changed. I am using Olaplex a lot more for shampooing. I've used some Pantene products, Nutrient Blend Collection. I really do like that by Pantene. Honestly, y'all, I'm just using what I have. Like, that's what I've realized. I have not purchased a new hair product for like a shampoo or something in so long. I'm using what I have. For deep conditioner, I love the TGIN ones, honey hair mask, as well as the one that's in the white jar. And of course, the Dr. Miracle's Protein Deep Conditioner. That is still number one. All-time fave, number one. For styling, I really am loving Ajwa Beauty Leave-In. Pattern Beauty Leave-In is really, really good. Ajwa Beauty is heavier. Pattern Beauty is lighter. Also Kinky Tresses Leave-In. That one is also thicker. And then Kinky Tresses Styler. Of course, y'all know I love that. Like, that's what I mean when I say I'm still using my staples whenever I do wear my hair out. Then someone asked, how did I moisture train my hair? I actually have a whole video on that, so I'll link that up here and down below so you guys can see all my steps that I took to moisture train my curls. I highly recommend moisture training your hair because it really does help in the long run, like overall with your hair, girl. Your hair has to be used to a routine and a healthy one at that. The last thing I want to talk about again is when someone said, what can I do to get my hairline back? Outside of products, I really feel like the tension that you're applying to your hairline could also be why you're losing hair. A lot of times we have pulled our hair into ponytails a lot, slick back styles all the time, high puffs, and if they're too tight, think about it, like if you're pulling on something constantly, it's going to pop, right? So if you constantly have your hair pulled back into this one state and it's really, really tight like this, or whenever you're getting braids, watch how tight people are putting the style into your hair. That can affect it. Even if you're getting a wig, if your hair braided underneath is too tight, that's going to cause bumps at your hairline and it's going to be pulling and tugging, adding tension, which could cause breakage. So I feel like it's not always the products, it's also the technique. Pay attention to both of those. So overall, I really do hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Let me know in the comments down below what you guys enjoy, which talking points can you relate to. I love to do hair related chit chat topics with you guys because I just feel like that's where we started, that's where we are at the core, and we can just relate to each other so much more right here in these topics. So let me know in the comments if you guys did enjoy it, and thank you guys so much for tuning in. If you are new to your channel, make sure to go ahead and subscribe, and don't forget to check out Hadassah Sublime Botanicals. I will leave all their information down in the description box below so you guys can save some money, and shout out to them for sponsoring today's video. Thank y'all so much for tuning in, and I'm gonna see you guys in my next video / vloggy vlog. Peace.